How's your guys' day going today? Well, you're about to see how ours is going. Something right there just doesn't look quite right, does it? Well, from this angle, it looks pretty normal. You know, it's never a good sign when equipment gets drug into the shop, literally by a payloader and chains. So do you want to explain to them how you destroyed this piece of equipment?
Before we get to that, we know how heavy this is because it's usually always sunk down into the gravel when you put it on its jack. And this is the chain you brought for me to drag that 2 miles? Because I couldn't really see the chain.
We used to pull out combines with that. That's all we used to have.
Yeah, back in the 40s when this thing was full strength.
No. Back in 2009. That chain there actually pulled out probably 9750, maybe about 80 times that tall. It was so wet and horrible. Not set up with equipment to work in mud.
I'm glad we don't do that anymore.
All right, so explain to them how this happened.
Fairly simple event. I was backing up to dump the big load that Doug filled up the trees there, and suddenly there was kind of a jarring movement, and the whole hitch down on the ground, or the whole tongue down on the ground.
And now we're here.
That was it.
And now we're here.
And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, unfortunately, this couldn't be easy. So, if you're unfamiliar with equipment, this piece right here, generally attached to that piece right there, in most cases. So, what has happened here is that this is supposed to slide over that. It was welded along here, and also on the inside, and she all let loose. So the biggest issue we have is to fix this and do it the same way as that. This big thing needs to be cut off. And I talked to the guy that made this, and he said that they preheat these pins to like 400 degrees before they weld them so that it sucks the weld in. Well, it don't look like that worked very well. But nonetheless, we got to try and get this out, which there's still some weld in there, so we got to try to grind that out to push this out to maybe take it to a blacksmith that is better welders than we are.
Safety glasses. Where's the weld start? Put it in the oven.
How are we going to get that back in there? You can see how they've ground this down so it goes in there. You got success here?
Look at these things.
Yeah. Good thing we got the big guy. They're going to lift that.
I'm stuck.
Rotate.
I'm more nervous about the amount of weight that...
Oh my.
One-time use.
Oh.
Well, we might as well clean this thing up.
Yeah, just use your nice little mittens you got there.
These are gloves, not mittens. If they have finger holes, then not mittens. And I can make them into hobo gloves. Scar it. Mark them up. Got in a fight with a Guy that sells grease. Okay, focus here. Back on track. I finished my project. You're obviously not done yet. No surprise there. I'm gonna clean this up. We'll be ready.
All right, I got the hitch out. It was very stubborn, and then it just flew right out.
Clean them.
You want to clean this piece too, please?
I suppose.
So the problem that we have is that is supposed to be welded in here first, and then that big thing on the end of that shaft gets back up. Back up. Then you take this and you slide it through there, and then that piece gets welded on the back side. And now it's all welded together, and that's what makes me think we should maybe take this to a blacksmith and say, here, put this together so it don't break. And so that I can slide it in there and weld the end on. But that looks like about, I don't know, a lot of money.
What I've done to your machine here.
What is this?
I had to cut it. You said go nuts. I thought that's what you meant.
Oh my gosh.
It should be fine.
It looks like a firework.
A little paint will cover up those scratches.
It looks like a firework with its, see? That's what I see.
We're still celebrating the 4th here. That's how much we love America. Just wipe this off. You'll say it never was there.
You got all the instructions here, Brody?
Yep, sure.
It's going to the blacksmith shop.
I am
Me, Mexico.
with my parents,
Oh,
my wife, my kid.
And your coworkers.
You can come if you want. I don't care.
I'll clean up. Is this formally done?
oh
I'm
my.
probably going like this.
Yeah, because we got him late.
Yeah, it's 5:40 and it's supposed to be there at 6.
All
I ain't gonna make it.
All right, Brody, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, so end of the day, he's gonna get that to town. I don't know what, I told him I don't care how they get it done, just get it done. So I'm sure that'll be a day or two. I'm sure we're not the only guy that needs something fixed. Good morning, we're back, we're back.
Morning.
We're here. No air. There goes
We're
20
not
minutes.
back.
So, today we got big wheels in here. And what's the issue? Anyways, what we're doing is we are raising the axle or lowering the rear of the combine to this hole because we've been having trouble with Brody's bean head not being able to be tipped far enough backwards, and we think it's due to the combine being nose down. This one's nose down a lot more than the one that's on tracks, so we're gonna lower the hind end down a little bit to try to compensate to allow the feeder house to be able to be tilted farther back. That's our theory. We're gonna try it. Should be exciting. Lots of heavy components. We gotta take the hitch off, and somehow, well, you'll see.
No, I'm too big.
Come on. You ready, Chet?
I'm ready. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Why don't you get in front of yourself?
Can I help? Set her down. Set her down. Eric just lifted that whole end with 3 fingers.
It helps to not be in the middle of it.
Careful.
Okay, I'll just sit around.
Okay, wait. So the axle, when I jack this up, we're gonna have to come down a lot.
So keep her as extended as possible.
All right.
Should we have a jack under this or what? Like that rolling jack?
Yeah. Yeah. It'll work.
We'll try. We'll try it. Next one up.
Come.
Next one up. Are we ready for balance act?
You need me?
Is it gonna balance? I want a big scoot over here just in case something crazy happens.
What do you need me for? Run the jack. Good.
Go down. Okay, go out now. Slowly. Yeah. Pull it. Pull it. There we go.
All right, we've got all the bolts out. Now, this can either go really good and easy, or it's gonna fight like.
We're gonna need a forklift.
Yeah. Okay, so we're lowering this down, and we want this to go up till this hole lines up with that. We may as well get a forklift because I think we're gonna have to pull it out.
Yeah.
Hang on. Remove our safety.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm out of side shift. You gotta get more. We good?
Jack, little to the side.
I can't. I'm out. I'm out again. But I can, if it stays in position, leave that bolt in. I'm gonna reposition. Oh, this is turning out to be an easier project than I anticipated it to be. Got one bolt in. So we just gotta line up the other hole. Oh!
We're in.
All right, we ready, boys?
No.
You want 2 guys lifting this up and 1 guy putting it in so it's not so hard on your back?
Sure.
All right, I'll run the bolts. You guys do the heavy lifting.
Faster, Eric!
Mannequin.
Nothing to it.
Can you put some nuts on, please?
Here, let me get my arm in this crack.
Did you put deodorant on today?
You smell so good.
I put cologne on too.
Wow.
I always do.
For us?
For the video.
For the video,
If I
yeah.
had a nut, I would put it on, but...
Woo!
Good job, boys. Mostly Chet.
I know. I love being recognized for my skill.
Coming down.
So you guys think if we just left it like this, one side down, one side up, that'd be kind of a halfway point?
Yeah, for side hilling.
Side hill. I think so. Then we're halfway. It won't look weird at all.
Overhead door.
Maybe it won't be so bouncy now.
I don't think that's gonna change anything.
Go, gosh! Oh my goodness! What needs to happen?
Right there, just about.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Wiggle up, down. There we go. Okay.
You got the hardest one done.
Yes, thank God.
Just think, Eric, you and I were gonna do this in the winter time.
I know.
I wish you would have.
You were gone on vacation, I believe.
I think I was in Mexico on a beach somewhere.
And we were like, nah, it looks like too much work.
I'm so happy that we did the work side first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, there you go, that one went in.
All right, we've moved on to a couple of projects. We did fuel filters on that tractor, and Randy just picked up our hitch that has been massively reinforced. What's the weld look like behind there?
Pretty good.
So,
Looks like it's gonna work. It ain't too big, so it'll actually slide all the way in.
okay. They cut the old bushing off. Did they give us a new one?
No. But they did a decent job at not ruining it.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason we had the blacksmith shop do this instead of weld it up ourselves is 2 reasons. Well, really only 1 reason. I don't think we could weld it as good as they could. And then they cut this off, all professional-like, probably with tools we don't have. And that needs to be welded on now, which I think we can manage to do that one. The challenge is gonna be getting that back into here,
I know.
because I beat the heck out of that to get that out.
I've been grinding on it, but I don't think it's making a difference. So we're just gonna beat it back in.
So hopefully now this has been reinforced enough that that'll never happen again.
You're gonna torch this to heat it up? Is that what you're supposed to do?
I don't know. I was told that they heat the pin up before welding it to try to penetrate better, but it is kind of coned in there where you can get a pretty good bead on that. The welder's down at the bench site, so we're gonna go finish that project before we have to haul the welder back up here to finish that project. So we're just kind of all over today in this video. So Dad just picked this up today from, I don't know where. It's really, really heavy duty galvanized expanded metal. Super sized. Super Swede sized.
Look at this.
And I don't know how we're gonna get it up there.
It's still standing.
Yep. It hasn't fallen down yet.
Yeah, I think it's bent. Don't that have an arch to it?
A little bit. We don't worry about that. Definitely wasn't our fault. You ready for this?
I'll watch you.
That weighs a lot of weight. We need 3 of him and not 1 of him and
I don't think this
2
world,
that equals 1.
I don't think this world wants 3 of me. That wouldn't be good.
No comment.
I think we better lay it down on its side. It's going up here, right?
Yeah, so we gotta
lift it
up.
So don't you want his end down on this, then we'll just lift this up?
We definitely have gloves.
Yeah.
You don't have to lift, we can slide, perhaps.
For comments.
Panic. Move quick.
Push Eric off ladder.
Okay, push forward.
I can't, too high.
That looks pretty good.
Lay in one of them chucks.
And it's supporting it. So, one more piece there that we got to notch and splice in a little bit there. Why'd you buy so much?
Well, I went through so much finding it, I thought as long as I know where it's at, I'm going to buy a bunch of it.
Oh, that makes sense. It was so cheap.
Yeah, right. As long as
How much was this?
Well, it was like $1,700.
Oh my. Oh my
You
God.
didn't even weld there.
Here.
Your way?
And that's perfect.
It fits inside there even.
Oh! It's like we knew that.
I like surprises in the good there direction.
I think we should.
Well, we're coming along here.
The whole platform is 2 inches.
This is nice. This is nice. And it even holds us.
It's always a bonus. I'm going blind. Does look somewhat square, I don't know. That's gonna be.
Are we done? Are we completed, boys? This is looking better than I ever thought it would, actually. We got a railing on. We've got the metal all welded down, spray painted all the welds. We took a railing out right here. That was right here. So now we can pull the tarp out of the dryer really nice and clean. Nice access to the upstairs that Dad wants to insulate for some reason.
But not tonight. We gotta go to the Clinton Fair. Blackhawks playing.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm ready to call it a Friday.
I'm already late for the date. Amy's in the raspberry patch, so I'm still okay.
All right, guys, I think that's gonna be a wrap on the day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was exciting. I enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.